be Eastlakes Senior Citizens Centre. It used to be the hub of activity of senior residents in Eastlakes, now closed. It was the place where aged workers for the council looked after senior residents, now closed. It used to be the place where seniors used to come and engage in recreational activity and organise bus trips, now closed. It was the place where Meals on Wheels volunteers used to gather, collect meals and deliver them to people in need who were housebound, now stopped and given away. It was the place that had centre-based meals for our senior residents, now stopped. It was where senior residents used to be collected in a council bus and taken to this centre right here and had meals provided where they could associate with other senior residents who were also housebound and then taken back to their homes, now closed. It was from here that the housebound seniors Christmas party used to be organised every year, where the council's aged workers would ensure that those housebound residents who wouldn't leave their homes because they suffered from a variety of illnesses were collected and brought to a Christmas function. Probably the only association or Christmas function that they had, where local school children used to sing to them, where they were entertained by Santa. That was stopped last year, would you believe it, because they didn't register online. People who are not well enough to leave their home, people who don't communicate with anybody, could you really expect them to register online? All these services are stopped. Why have they stopped? This is a product of council amalgamations. This is the real effect when the New South Wales Liberal government amalgamate councils. This is what happens on the ground that those in government don't want to know about. They want to look at numbers, they want to look at statistics, but when you're here at Eastlakes, you're talking about real people, real senior people, real people who need the support from the community, just taken away from them. You know, they say we are, as a society, how we treat our senior residents. Well, you can see how Australia treats its senior residents from the evidence in the Royal Commission on aged accommodation. Well, I suppose, why would you expect local councils to be any different? I, for one, am extremely disappointed. I, for one, regularly spent time at this centre talking to senior residents. Many times I came here to thank Meals on Wheels volunteers and join them for morning tea after they've delivered their meals. I can only say that I'm extremely disappointed that this service went away quietly in the night, with no fanfare, with no announcement, just shut the service. No doubt that was done to avoid any major community concern. We do as a community have to say no to this loss of service. We do have to stand up for the most vulnerable in the community, and we can't let local councils get away with closing down such important services to our most vulnerable.